In Chinese fine art, the blue-green technique marked a height in China's traditional landscape paintings. In the mid-1980s, this ancient fine art idiom was renewed by Mr. He Haixia, a renowned painter. His work titled The Dragon of the Orient, employing the blue-green style, captured the spiritual essence of a prosperous China and its contemporary aspirations. Let's take a look.
Some paintings can bring us to high heavens, to survey the grandeur of sweeping history. Some paintings can take us far into the horizon and offer a view of the blue-green landscape. Here at the break of dawn, the billowing clouds part to reveal the mountains and rivers basking in golden sunshine. At the meeting of modernity and tradition, the history of China's fine art enters a new chapter. This breathtaking panorama heralds the advent of a prosperous China. Entitled The Dragon of the Orient, this painting created by He Haixia in 1984 has renewed the traditional blue-green landscape style with a vibrant modern character while capturing the spirit of China's Great Wall in a new epoch. A close inspection will reveal how dozens of mountain peaks and ridges have been arranged methodically. The sense of power and weightiness derives from the sinewy application of ink and colors, all bounded with lustrous golden contours. It transports the viewers to a magnificent Chinese morning.
他这幅画的实色跟墨色结合的部分，你会感觉到，把祖国的河山画得像钢打铁柱一样。
通过画家对于不同地域山水文化的表达表现所呈现出来的一件经典名作。
In the painting, one can sense the vastness of Sichuan's mountains, the grandeur of Shanxi's rivers, as well as the magnificence of the Great Wall. This composition has embodied the painter's lifetime spanning the 20th century. In 1908, He Haixia was born in a Manchu family in Beijing. Growing up in the shadow of the Forbidden City, he had admired the towering arches and the sturdy city walls since his childhood. The Liulichang Culture Street in Beijing has for centuries been a beloved market of antiques, paintings, and various implements for artists and scholars. While working there as an apprentice, He Haixia was fascinated by his master's copying of Ming Dynasty painter Qiu Ying's works. Occasionally, he would get the chance to fill in the colors, and the quaint blue and green hues left a deep impression on the mind of the teenager.
老师让何海霞找一个老先生到他那去题字，让老先生打开一看，哎呦，因为何海霞小名叫德海，说小德海，我看了，你师傅画了一辈子的画，就是这张仿裘英的画，颜色画的最好。小海霞听过之后啊，在心里默默的高兴啊， 我画的那是。
Through copying ancient paintings at Liulichang, He Haixia embarked on an artistic career and first appreciated the charm of China's ancient blue-green landscape. A glorious chapter in the history of Chinese painting. The blue-green landscape even preceded the ink wash style. In depicting the mountains and streams, the blue-green school will use golden outlines to enhance the brilliance. The technique reached its heights during the Tang and Song dynasties. In Chinese aesthetics, it came to symbolize the wealth and prosperity of the country and its people. In 1935, the renowned painter Zhang Daqian recognized He Haixia's talent and took him as a student. During their trip to Sichuan over the following years, He Haixia learned from the natural landscape, as well as his master. He later attributed his success as an artist to this period of reconciling nature with technique. After 1949, He Haixia finally settled in the city of Xi'an. In that ancient land of vast plains and poignant operas, He Haixia broadened his artistic scope. Bridging the gap between tradition and present day, he transformed the abstract idiom of the blue-green technique into an instrument for depicting the earthy vigor of northern Shanxi.
何海霞到了陕西，他又结识了石鲁、赵望云这样的一些画坛的师友，有旧学、有新学、有同道的影响，所以也就造就了既是属于长安画派的何海霞，又是属于一个金碧或者说青绿山水一脉做出巨大贡献的这样的一位画家。
As He Haixia explored new techniques, the times were changing quietly. In 1978, China launched its reform and opening up policy. In his 70s at the time, He Haixia entered the peak period of his artistic creativity. The old master used his blue-green techniques to produce a number of brilliant masterpieces. These works greatly enriched the contemporary culture of an emerging China in a new epoch. In 1984, He Haixia ascended the Beijing section of the Great Wall. After 38 years, the master painter returned to his hometown at the age of 76. Beholding the prosperity of his motherland, He Haixia couldn't contain his pride. He was determined to compose an ode of praise in brilliant blues and greens.
用他的话来说，我一定要用我后半生的余生为国家做贡献，多画好画。这就是他创作这个东方巨龙的这个初衷。
In his studio, He Haixia took up his brushes to realize his conception of China's sweeping landscape. With a base of inky hues, he traced the contours of the mountains. He always composed an ink wash draft before filling in the dazzling colors of blues and greens. Next, the application of mineral green pigments added bunk and substance to the rugged mountains. With the emergence of the ridges and peaks, the Great Wall extended into the distance in the midst of clouds.
"长城的城墙意象在山石中穿梭掩映的这样的一个结构，其实恰好又契合了山水画龙脉的气势的结构。当然，这个龙是一个意象，中国的繁荣的历史文化积淀之下的，留给我们今天的丰厚的物质遗产，这些都展现了贺海霞先生对于这个时代、对于历史的独特的理解。
Upon finishing the painting, He Haixia inscribed on the upper right corner that the work was dedicated to the 35th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China.
这个作品远远超越了一个实景的长城的这个山水画写生，而表达了鲜明的这样一个中国长城的这种代表民族精神脊梁的这种精神气质和时代风采。
The blues and greens used to portray the era were inspired by the prosperity of the times. The ancient brilliance found its contemporary expression. The work revived the most glorious memories in the history of Chinese fine art. In the midst of the proud mountains and streams, the Chinese people look forward to the long hoped-for national rejuvenation.